Hey y'all, I'm back with a scrapbook and project life process video for the HIP Kit Club using the October 2016 kit. And I've got a back-to-back 9 by 12 spread and also a 12 by 12 layout. So I'm going to share this project life spread first. I'm just kind of working on the placement of my cards at this point, and I want to apologize for the lighting just because I did do this in the morning when it's normally pretty bright in this area, um, but it was really gloomy and rainy that day, so I didn't get much light coming through my window. So I just had to settle for my desk lights. Right now I'm gluing on my pictures, and normally I do that just kind of to start, and if I have pictures to glue. Lately I've been printing a lot of 4x6 and a lot of 3x4 photos, so I haven't really had to cut much down um, or adhere any photos to papers unless I'm adhering like a 3x4 to a 4x6 photo. Sometimes I do still cut 3x3 or 2x2 photos. As you'll see at the bottom, there's a screenshot of a show that I'm watching now. And so that one I think is like a 3x3 or close to it, maybe a little less. And so I did cut that down and adhere that right to a 4x6 card. I'm looking through my embellishments. A lot of those embellishments that I'm looking through are the We Are Memory Keepers Honey I'm Home collection. And then, if I haven't already, I've mentioned this before, but I want to mention it in this video. I'm using a collect app that somebody had mentioned in one of their videos, and I think it was like Shelly Crafts or Shelby Crafts or something like that. And she was using the Collect app for several of her photos in her project life, and it looked really nice and neat. And while I don't know that she used them for every photo. I don't think she did, but I'm taking on kind of that same concept. I want some of them to have the pre-journaling on the bottom. So the Collect app ones are the top third one, the second row, the first card on the second row, and then so on. So you can see the ones that have the white strip on the bottom with journaling, those are from the Collect app. They already put the date on there for you, and then you can type in your caption, and that's what I love about them, or love about that app. And so I'm sure there's several apps out there that you can do similar things where you can write on top of the photo, like A Beautiful Mess. You can write right on top of the photo. I can't really think of any other ones off the top of my head, but anyway, so what I normally do is I open up the app pick frame and I pick a collage that has two side by side, and the orientation I pick is like 2 to 3 rather than 1 to 1, or else it's going to be a square orientation. So I pick the 2 to 3, and then I load the two pictures side by side so I could print two 3x4s on one 4x6, and then I load them into the Canon Selfie app, and then I print them, and then I'm good to go. So that's what I've been doing with my photos. I've been using a lot of the We Are Memory Keepers Honey I'm Home, what are they, ephemera pieces, as well as the Dear Lizzie Saturday ephemera pieces, and some stickers from the Snap sticker sheet, which is Carpe Diem Posh. I've also used that Blessed, that's from Jen Hadfield, and then I'm writing out new show there at the bottom, with those We Are Memory Keepers, like I think they're little square alpha stickers, and they kind of have like a tan color to them. So that is my project life spread. I'm going to be working on my 12 by 12 spread, and I'm using a 4 by 6 photo, which doesn't always happen. And I'm simply going to add a Simple Stories 12 by 12 paper from the Carpe Diem Posh collection. I'm going to add that to the background of my white sheet, and I'm going to add it's cut at 6 by 12, and I do this often when I like a background, but I don't want it to be overwhelming, or I don't want to use the entire thing because it would be too overwhelming. And so at this point, I'm deciding I want to go ahead and start with my title. So the theme for this particular day, is Supersize It, and that could be anything from your photo to embellishments to your title, like I'm doing. And so what I decided to do was write a very long or large title. That's kind of where I went with this. So For the word my, I use Simple Stories Carpe Diem Alphas from the 12 by 12 sticker sheet. For the happy, that is a, goodness, what is that? A piece of ephemera from possibly the Dear Lizzie Saturday collection. I know it's not the We Are Memory Keepers Honey I'm Home collection. So I think that's the from the Saturday collection. And then is at or from the and the other my is from the exclusive Hip Kit Club Alphas. And then family is of course family and home are from the Jen Hadfield. I think it's like home or cottage home or something like that. And that is created by Pebbles, so or designed by Jen Hadfield and produced by Pebbles. Okay, so I kind of struggle with this to be honest because I'm looking for larger elements to fill in those gaps. And once I kind of like let go of trying to make things look, I want to say perfectly or aligned perfectly or symmetrical. Once I let go of that, I realized that I like the layout a lot or I like the process a lot better, but there for a little bit I was struggling. You'll see I try several things. I try to put that wood grain, try to pop it up behind there, and I do end up going with that. And then I am getting some use out of those whisks and the different home tools that came in the Honey I'm Home collection. And then the house, of course. And so this picture was taken at home. I took it of my daughter, so I felt like it was a good photo to use for this layout. And honestly, I didn't really. I mean, the tag that says sold underneath the photo it has nothing to do with this, which that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I really don't use things like for themed layouts or for themed purposes, and so I wanted to use that right underneath my photo just to kind of stick out and give some interest there. And then here's where I'm trying to come up with something to put right next to family. Now, right now that bird doesn't look too bad right there, but I actually ended up moving it. I didn't care for it. I kept wanting to move it anyway throughout the process, the bird there at the bottom. And that bird, I think that's from the Simple Stories chipboard collection or it's from the sticker sheet. I can't tell. I think that's a chipboard. Yeah, so I end up sticking it to the left and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll try the dog. But I'm like, no, the dog's too big too. So at this point, I'm like, I kind of want something to kind of take away. I don't want another like icon. I just want something simple. And so I found these little circles that are from that um, We Are Member Keepers pack, the Honey I'm Home pack. And I decided that I'm going to use those, but I set them aside for now and I am going to go back to those. So the three at the top is a chipboard tag from Dear Lizzie, and I actually end up using that because I'm trying to represent that there's three of us. If there's four, if you count the dog, but I didn't want to like. Sometimes I don't want to like confuse myself later on in life with that. Like, was I pregnant at the time or was So anyway, that's the full layout for you guys, and I hope you all enjoyed the process. Let me know if you have any questions about the kits or about the products. I guess that's the same thing, or about the process, and I'll be happy to answer that. And I hope you have a great weekend.